power to the truth. After Hillary Clinton becomes POTUS, those of us who consider ourselves as being in one kind of progressive movement or another need to do a reassessment of where we're at and where we want to go in the future and what we should do to help raise consciousness about the practical necessity and logical possibility of global revolution. Look at the zombie population here in the U.S.A., the zombies, the American zombies, and you can see that there's no way in hell we're going to be able to galvanize a strong mass movement to topple this empire, those of us here in the USA alone. We need to have outside support from other rebels, other revolutionaries in other countries. If we can get help from any extraterrestrial beings, cool. If we can get help from any Jesus Christ, cool. But in reality, it's going to be up to us alone. And we need to be self-reliant and see that even if we're defeated, at least we tried. You know, if we must die, let it not be like dogs hunted down and pinned in an inglorious spot. Let us die like warriors, pressed to the wall, fighting back. And so, all the burned out Bernie Sanders fans should see their stupidity by now, or they will after Clinton gets elected. And all the half-assed liberals who refuse to get radical will need to really take a good look at who they are and where they're at. I still support Joe Stein with the Green Party, but even the Green Party is so conservative to me. We need to have a radical vanguard party, or at least a collection of vanguard elements. I'm not going to repeat myself about how we're an endangered species, about how if we don't get ourselves together, we will become extinct. And I think our real problems aren't necessarily the bankers or the fascist pigs or what have you. Our real problems are ourselves, our own character defects. Greed, lust, envy, jealousy, sloth, etc. And these have been character defects that have plagued mankind for centuries. So what I'm saying is that we need to work on ourselves do a assessment of our local situation, see who are our friends and who are our enemies, and unite with our friends and allies to defeat those we consider our enemies. And look at radical politics as just a part of the whole situation. It's not all about politics. It's about creating a cultural revolution, creating a revolutionary lifestyle that is progressive, that keeps educating people, that keeps growing, expanding, raising awareness. Consciousness is the unified field, and we can see that though we can work on movements and we can work on organizations, we need to work on ourselves, work on our relationships. And I still try to keep this down to about 15 minutes. I think ADHD is a major problem, especially for those of us who are online or have digital connection with our devices, that many of us do not really focus. Many of us do not pay attention. Many of us have poor cognition skills. Think of the word recognition. The root of recognition is cognition, to be able to perceive. There are 5 sense organs that we see, hear, smell, taste, touch, and then through our perception, to get a better picture of reality the way it is now. And I consider Bernie Sanders, I respect him in a way, but he's like a false flag. Give people another glimmer of hope about hope and change, etc. If you really examine what he voted for, you see he's not all that in a bag of chips. So you need to research the background of people that you support, whether it's for mayor or for president or for dog catcher. And you see, Obama did the same hustle because he's a con artist. He has the whole hope and change theme. Vote for me, hope and change. And he's become more of a fascist than Bush Jr. So we need to really be aware and conscious of who we support and not just go with the crowd. The crowd is confused. So we need to work on ourselves, work on our local situation, and continue to plant seeds of consciousness. Continue to work with your friends, your family, your networks, and to not lose faith. In many ways, a revolutionary struggle is a spiritual struggle, spiritual warfare. So we need to see where I'm at. So we need to understand, where we're at and what we're up against. Use your imagination. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Some people may support socialism, yet they don't know what socialism is. They haven't read like Marx, Lenin, Mao, George Jackson, and the other masterworks. And read those not to get obsessed like there are other Bibles, but just to get a better understanding of what happened in history and how people devised strategies and tactics to topple an oppressive order, to topple empire. And there have been grand strategic mistakes. I guess the biggest one in my lifetime, in the last decade or so, has been the Occupy Wall Street movement, which had great potential and did a lot of good and helped spread the awareness about the 99+% of the have-nots versus the -1% of the haves. The consciousness of class warfare. Yet, what happened to it? Everybody was stupid too. Originally, that whole concept came down from Canada, if you recall. The Adbusters. Do your research. And it was stupid to say, well, we don't need leadership, we're all leaders, and we don't need politics, because politics is corrupt. And insane, stupid shit that many fell for. It's like many fell for Bernie Sanders' hustle. All the money he raised with his campaign, probably would have been better off buying some land and building some houses, providing housing, and providing a material base of support for future revolutionary endeavors. Now political campaigns are seen as great ways of how to nickel and dime and con people from their money. These campaigns are insane. Remember, at first, President Obama spent like $1 billion plus for his campaign. So we really need to be aware. And let me see our man again. Sorry. And do what we can to carry on. Keep the faith. I do what I can. And now I'm disabled. So what the hell are you doing? I'm not judging, I'm just saying.